Are you looking to get real-time data from the GDAX WebSocket feed, but feeling overwhelmed by technical jargon? You're not alone. Today, we're going to simplify this process and help you connect to the WebSocket feed effortlessly. I totally understand how confusing it can be when you encounter terms like WebSocket server and TCP for the first time. It can feel like you're trying to decode a foreign language. But don't worry, we're here to break it down together. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user reached out asking how to get data from the GDAX WebSocket feed using C#. They mentioned they had started a Windows application and were trying to use the WebSocket Sharp library, but ran into some issues. Sound familiar? Let's tackle this together. So what's the issue here? The user is trying to connect to the GDAX WebSocket feed, but is encountering an error when sending a subscription message. This is a common hurdle for beginners, and understanding the basics of WebSockets will help us troubleshoot effectively. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll not only know how to connect to the WebSocket feed, but also how to handle common errors like a pro. To begin, the user needs to ensure they have the WebSocket Sharp library correctly installed in their C# project. This library will allow them to connect to the WebSocket feed from GDAX. Next, the user should set up the WebSocket connection in their code. This involves creating a new instance of the WebSocket class and connecting to the GDAX WebSocket feed. After establishing the connection, the user needs to subscribe to the desired product. In this case, they will subscribe to the Bitcoin to USD market by sending a JSON message. Finally, the user should handle incoming messages from the WebSocket. This can be done by adding an event handler that listens for messages and processes them accordingly. With these steps completed, the user can run their application and start receiving real-time data from the GDAX WebSocket feed. They should monitor the console for incoming messages. Fun fact, WebSockets allow for two-way communication between the client and server, making them perfect for real-time applications like trading platforms. It's like having a conversation instead of just sending letters back and forth. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach to connect to the GDAX WebSocket feed is provided by another user. They suggest using the client WebSocket class in C#. First, create a new client WebSocket instance and connect it to the WebSocket URL. Then, start a new thread to continuously receive messages. Inside this thread, use a byte array to store incoming data and convert it to a string for output. Finally, send a subscription message to receive updates for the BTC USD product. Let's take a look at an answer from another user. This user suggests a different approach for connecting to the GDAX WebSocket feed. They recommend checking the WebSocket state before reading messages. Their example uses the client WebSocket class to connect and subscribe to the ETH ticker channel. Once connected, the user shows how to send a subscription request and continuously receive messages while the WebSocket is open. They emphasize using a memory stream to handle incoming data efficiently. Here's a pro tip. Always check your network connection and firewall settings if you're having trouble connecting. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. And there you have it. You should now be able to connect to the GDAX WebSocket feed and start receiving real-time data. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on coding and tech.